A from B. What's the matter?
A young woman asks to see you, sir.
A young woman? What does she want?
Well, sir, she says you'll be very glad to see her when you know what she's come about. She's quite a common girl, sir. Very common indeed. I should have sent her away, only I thought perhaps you wanted her to talk into your machine. I hope I've not done wrong, but really, you see such queer people sometimes that...
Has she got an interesting accent?
Oh, something dreadful, sir, really.
We'll have her up. Show her up, Mrs. Pierce.
It's as you say, sir.
This is rather a bit of luck. I'll show you how I make records. We'll set her talking. I'll take her down first in Bell's visible speech, then in broad rhomic, then we'll get her on the phonograph, and you can turn her on as often as you like with the written transcript before you.
This is the young woman, sir.
Oh, this is the girl I jotted down last night. She's no use. I've got all the records I want of the Listen Grove lingo. I'm not going to waste another cylinder on it. Be off with you. I don't want you.
Don't you be so saucy. You ain't heard what I come for yet. Did you tell him I'll come in a taxi?
Nonsense, girl. What do you think a gentleman like Mr. Higgins cares what you came in?
We are proud. Well, if me money's not good enough, I can go elsewhere.
Good enough for what?
Good enough for you. Now you know, don't you? I'm come to have lessons, I am, and to pay for 'em too. Make no mistake.
Well, what do you expect me to say to you?
Well, if you was a gentleman, you might ask me to sit down, I think.
Pickering, shall we ask this baggage to sit down, or shall we throw it out of the window?
Oh! I won't be called a baggage when I've offered to pay like any lady.
What is it you want, my girl?
I want to be a lady in a flower shop instead of selling at the corner of Tottenham Court Road. Only they won't take me unless I can talk more genteel. He said he could teach me. Well, here I am, ready to pay him, not asking any favour. And he treats me as if I was dirt.
How much?
Now you're talking. I thought you'd come off it when you saw a chance of getting back a bit what you chucked me last night. You'd had to drop in, hadn't you?
Sit down.
Oh, if you're going to make a compliment of it...
Sit down!
Sit down, girl. Do as you're told.
Oh!
Won't you sit down?
Oh. Don't mind if I do.
What's your name?
Liza Doolittle.
And how much do you propose to pay me for the lessons?
Oh, I know what's right. A lady friend of mine gets French lessons for 18 pence an hour from a real French gentleman. Well, you wouldn't have the face to ask me the same for teaching me my own language as you would for French. So I won't give you more than a shilling. Take it or leave it.
Pickering, if you consider a shilling not as a simple shilling, but as a percentage of this girl's income, it works out as fully equivalent to 60 or 70 guineas from a millionaire.
How so?
Figure it out. A millionaire has about £150 a day. She earns about half a crown.
Who told you I only
She
got...
offers me 2/5 of her day's income for a lesson. 2/5 of a millionaire's income would be somewhere about £60. It's handsome. By George, it's enormous. It is the biggest offer I ever had.
£60? What are you talking about? I never offered you £60.
Hold your tongue.
But I ain't got £60.
Oh, don't cry, you silly girl. Sit down. Nobody's going to touch your money.
Somebody's going to touch you with a broomstick if you don't stop sniveling. Sit down.
Oh, anyone would think you was me father.
If I decide to teach you, I'll be worse than 2 fathers to you. Here,
What's this for?
to wipe your eyes, to wipe any part of your face that feels moist. Remember, that is your handkerchief and that is your sleeve. Do not mistake the one for the other if you wish to become a lady in a shop.
Higgins, I'm interested.